just heard a very strange sound. This is the Durston Gear X Mid 1 Solid, and it's an absolute beaut. It's a gorgeous looking tent. We're getting winds of 55 to 60 km an hour, and we're getting wind chills of -9. Now I'm hoping to avoid a lot of that because I dipped down this side of the mountain. As I was coming up, I was getting blown off balance, and it was really strong wind. I decided just to completely ignore the sunset. It was too windy up there. I had to find myself a little spot before it got dark. I don't have it all set up inside yet because I just want to keep things dry. It's such a beautiful tent. I haven't even spent the night with it yet, but I think I'm in love already. I'm gonna get me tea on the go rapid because I'm absolutely parched. I had to come inside the tent because the unforecasted rain arrived. I'm back to my own dehydrated meals again. This is a meal that I made about 6 months ago, or maybe even more, and it's just been sitting in the fridge, so I'm looking forward to having that tonight. I've popped the dehydrated meal into a little foil pouch just to rehydrate, and I've got my tea made, so happy days. One of the really good things about this tent is that I can sit up nice and straight. I'm actually using my Crazy Creek chair, and that gives me plenty of back support just to sit up inside the tent. And like, there's loads of headroom, absolute loads of headroom. So I'm delighted, and as you can see, my feet are at the end there. You know, I can't complain. I absolutely love it. I love this tent just for that. So that's my 48 litre Osprey Exos. And I just have kind of my wet gear, the tripod and all that jazz. I don't have this pegged out very well. I could go out another little bit, but you can see how big the vestibules are. And for a one person tent to have 2 doors, it's absolutely class. And like, the outside door has YKK AquaGuard zips, and the inside doors have YKK zips as well. The tent is polyester, so it's not going to absorb water, which means it's not going to sag when it gets wet. Yeah, the polyester has a few other benefits over nylon. Nylon absorbs water, and it can actually absorb 100% of its weight in water, so it gets weak then. Oh god. And it can stretch by, I think it's about 4%. So if you have, say, 100 centimeters of fabric, or a meter, you're gaining 4 centimeters for every meter. So that's a lot. Like, when you think about it, there's probably what, 1.5 meters there, 1.5 meters the other side. That's 3 meters. That's 12 centimeters of slack in the fabric, just because it's holding water. Like, let's see how this worked out. Oh man, oh baby. It smells amazing. The 6-month-old food smells amazing. Where's my spoon? Yeah. You fell over. We'll put you out there. Oh, don't spill the water. Get in there. Aces. Aces. I'm gonna eat this, and I'm gonna see what it's like outside, because I don't like being, even though I'm really comfortable inside the tent, I don't like being stuck inside the tent when I'm out camping. I like to be able to sit at the door and just look out. It's my favourite part about camping. It's just looking out at the view. I just had a little look outside and it's not pretty out there. It's raining, it's not good. It's very moist out there, so I'm gonna stay put for another while. I'm happy that I'm not getting too much wind up this side. It doesn't feel like it's -9. I know I'm not out in the wind, but yeah, it doesn't feel like it's that cold really. I have my British Army softy trousers on. They are absolutely savage. They're so good. As soon as you put them on, you can feel the heat, and yeah, they're class, and they're nice and rugged as well. I've got these dirty and all I've done is ran them under a tap and got a scrubbing brush and just scrubbed off the muck, and it's absolutely perfect. I'm delighted I bought these over a pair of down trousers, because I think the down trousers are a bit delicate, you know, if you got them snagged on a bit of header or something like that. The rain was not forecast, but obviously I'm up in the Clag, so it is what it is. I'm just going to chill out and hopefully it'll clear off. Yeah, just chill out, look at me tent. It's lovely looking up at the angles. I did think I needed like the perfect flat spot to get a good pitch on this tent, which I don't have, and I didn't do that on purpose. That's just the way it ended up. Yeah, it's definitely not a flat spot that I'm on, but it should do for tonight. Let's see how it holds up. Hopefully it'll keep going in the wind. I'd be more worried about my trekking poles breaking out than anything else. I've just been sitting here watching the tent dance in the wind. It's been a class. It's been really good, really good. I had another cup of tea. That's it. Like, I'm stuck inside the tent because it's so windy and it's raining on and off as well. I suppose while I'm stuck in here, I might as well talk about the tent. It's a really, really well thought out tent. Even little things like these tie backs here, they're only 2 little bits of bungee cord, but to do exactly what you want them to do, and nothing more, nothing less. I saw those first and I thought, just I'll have to put a little toggle on it, I'll have to put some sort of a hook on it, you know, overcomplicating it. I can guarantee you that a lot of thought and consideration went into this, and yeah, it works perfectly well. It does have 2 little pockets up here. There's one here and one on the other peak, and it has a little elasticated ridge on it just to stop anything from falling out. It has a hook either end. I've my lantern attached on one side, but you could put a little washing line up inside if you wanted to. There's a little vent on either end as well, just to help with the condensation, but because of how damp it is up here and I'm in the Clag and the whole lot, you know, I'm getting quite a bit of condensation inside the tent. It's a funky design on this tent. Like, the tent is a rectangle, but the inner is on the diagonal, so it gives you a lot of space inside and it gives you much more headroom. I have 3 Lanchans and this tent gives you so much more headroom because of the position of the poles. The poles are completely out of the way of the doors, which is absolutely brilliant. The inner is quite taut for a trekking pole tent. Quite happy with it. There is a few little tie-out points just up here on the side. The outer fly sheet is a 20D sil poly with a 2500mm hydrostatic head. The inner is a 15D nylon. This is the solid version, so it's mainly solid material, but it does have these big mesh panels on both of the doors. The ground sheet is a 20D sil poly as well, with a 2000mm hydrostatic head, and all of the seams are taped on the inner of the fly sheet, so you don't have to worry about seam sealing this tent, which is absolutely fantastic. I've seam sealed more than enough tents for one lifetime. If I have to in the morning, I can drop down the inner and get that packed away, so I don't have to worry about getting out in the rain. It only weighs 950 grams for the outer fly sheet, the inner and the ground sheet. That's not including the pegs, but I don't include the pegs in my weights because everyone has different types of pegs, and you might have seen that I didn't use the original pegs for this tent because of the ground conditions. You know, it's soft ground up here. It's hard to find a tent that ticks all the boxes, but this one ticks a lot of boxes. A lot of boxes. I just heard a very strange sound. It's like a bang. I don't think it was a gun. Anyway. I'm really happy with how the tent just shrugs the wind off. You know, we're getting some pretty decent gusts and it's absolutely solid. The inner does kind of dance a little bit, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. It's nice to look at, and it's just the structure is solid. I've been out, I've checked everything, everything's absolutely fine. I'm hoping that I'm not going to hear any more weird noises during the night. Nobody needs that when they're out camping on their own. I've only got a spork for protection. I get up pretty early in the morning and suss things out, so hopefully we'll get a bit of a view, and yeah, see you in the morning. It's so nice to be able to see the view. It's some difference from last night. I can see the sky lighting up there for the sunrise. I don't know if we're going to get much of one because it's fairly cloudy and that, but I'm just happy I can see further than a metre in front of me. It was a pretty good night last night. It was windy all the way through the night. I reckon the clouds cleared, you know, pretty early on because there's no condensation on the inside of the tent now. I did keep hearing some strange noises last night, and even this morning I heard one or two. I don't know if it's my mind playing tricks on me or what, but I had some really strange dreams as well. Basically, I wasn't alone up here. I had people like opening up my tent, and one time it felt so real that I thought that that's what woke me. When someone opened the tent, I woke up and I was like freaking out. So yeah, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. I can just see the silhouette of the mountain there in front of me. Looks absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I'm gonna get a cup of tea on the go because, yeah, I want to just sit back and relax for a little while. It's definitely colder this morning than it was last night. I've had to put on my big down jacket. It's chilly. Not everything went to plan last night and we didn't get much of a sunrise this morning, but I'm not complaining. I'm just so happy that I came up here last night, and yeah, I'm absolutely delighted with that tent. I left no trace, just a flat bit of grass there behind me. Thanks very much for joining me for this little camp. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.